It's Tuesday, January 6, 2026. On the news this hour, FCT Minister Wike warns against using support for president as bargaining tool. Former Rivers Commissioner Basa raises alarm over slow police investigation after political attack. Troops arrest 8 suspects linked to Borno mosque bombing. On the foreign scene, Central African Republic President wins third term by landslide. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili with the news. Now, FCT Minister Wike has reiterated that the Rivers State governorship ticket for 2027 is not up for negotiation. Addressing a grand reception and thank you visit at Ahoda West local government area, Wike stated that he is committed to the progress of Rivers State, but added that agreement must be respected and loyalty to President Bola Tinubu should not be used as a bargaining tool. He further praised the chairman of council for his leadership style. Well, also speaking, the former deputy leader of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Robinson Nam-Ewo, challenged Governor Siminalayi Fubara to reveal the truth about the agreement reached that led to the settlement of the feud between the factions.
Be able to face his people and tell his people the truth from time to time. Any leader that cannot face his people and tell them the truth is not worthy to be a leader. Follow who know.
Similarly, the political leader of Ahoda West local government area, Hope Ikiriko, pledged unalloyed support to the FCT minister, describing Wike as the best performing governor of the state. Also, the chairman of Ahoda West local government area, Eugene Epele, applauded Wike for the role he played in his emergence as council chairman.
Today's occasion is not just a thank you visit. It is a celebration of leadership, service, and sheer appreciation. Your Excellency, a remarkable record of service of Rivers State and indeed to Nigeria. He inspired generations. You have brought honor to states through your commitment to progress, development, and effective leadership. Your presence here today reaffirms your deep connection to effective leadership.
Key stakeholders that accompanied the former Rivers State governor included the chairman, Rivers State PDP Elders Forum, Ferdinand Alabraba, former ambassador to South Korea, Desmond Akawo, and BOT chairman of the PDP, Senator Mao Ohabonwa. Others are Senator Magnus Abe, Aaron Chukwemeka, and Roland Sekibo. Now, still on this, some residents of Port Harcourt say the FCT minister Wike has no right to intervene in River State politics because he is not a member of the APC. Speaking in an interview, the residents argue that even though Wike played a key role in bringing Governor Siminalayi Fubara to power, it does not give him the authority to interfere in the political affairs of the state since he does not belong to the APC. But another resident says Nyesom Wike and Senator Ajibola Bashiru have the right to intervene in River State politics because River State is not a one-man state.
Wike has no right again to disturb any person in the APC because this man have already changed his party to APC.
Wike does not have any power to tell him anything because he's not an APC member. He's only APC member can tell him whatever thing he's supposed to do. So as you can see, Bashiru have all right to tell Wike that he has no right in Rivers State to say anything because he's not an APC member.
If Wike was not appointed or put same as the governor of Rivers State, doesn't mean he has rights to interfere in the matter of APC. APC is a political party, and whatever agreement Wike had with Sim Fubara, that was a PDP. Now that Sim has switched to the camp to APC, I think whatever agreement they have is cancelled.
Both Basiru, both Wike has the right, because this state is not one-man state.
Now, in a related development, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has issued a warning to the National Secretary of the APC, Senator Ajibola Basiru, to stay out of River State politics following Basiru's public support for Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Wike gave the warning while speaking to supporters in the local government area of River State on Monday. He says River State is not open to political interference from outsiders. Now, the former River State governor warned that the support of Rivers leaders for President Bola Tinubu should not be taken for granted. And in response, the National Secretary of the APC, Senator Ajibola Basiru, has asked the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, to resign from his ministerial job over his obsession with River State politics and the APC. In a statement on Monday, Basiru says Wike has no right to interfere in APC matters until he officially joins the party. He also denies Wike's claim that he is motivated by River State's 600 billion naira funds, saying he's not an opportunist and has always acted on principle. Meanwhile, as the political climate heats up ahead of the 2027 elections in River State, a former commissioner for employment in the state, Dr. Lelono Wibubasa, is raising concern over what he describes as the slow pace of police investigations several days after he was attacked by suspected political thugs at the Orazi axis of Port Harcourt. Now, Dr. Wibubasa, who spoke with correspondent Shoibi, says he is worried that despite wide media report of the attack, the alleged perpetrators, whom he claims are well known, are still moving freely around the city without any arrest.
Moment, the police claiming inability to even make one single arrest, when even the person that led the attack is a well-known person. No matter his hiding place, the law will catch up with him, and he will mention and bring every member of the people that went into that hotel that night, breaking doors and putting guns on people's heads and collecting their properties because they were in search of Dr. Wibubasa. And so I'm calling on the Commissioner of Police to do more by bringing perpetrators to book.
Wibubasa is also calling on Governor Siminalayi Fubara to strengthen security across the state, especially as political activities increase ahead of the next election season.
And I also want to encourage the sitting governor to step up and ensure that there is security for every life in Rivers State, because that is his duty. Such a brazen attack where very known young men will attack a former commissioner of Rivers State and a journalist. I'm just advising that the governor needs to step up. It took my interview on Arise yesterday for the police to even make a statement. That's when the police announced that there was such an incident.
Well, speaking further on the rising political tension, Dr. Wibubasa advised the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike to be mindful of his public statement, noting that such comments could further heat up the polity and worsen the security situation in River State. Recall that the River State Police Command had earlier confirmed that its officers prevented what could have been a deadly attack on Wibubasa and an Arise TV news crew during a live broadcast over the weekend. Now, still on politics, but on the national scene, the special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on policy communication, Daniel Bwala, says 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi will not become the presidential or vice presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress. Speaking in an interview, Bwala claimed that Obi lacks the capacity to serve as Director General of any coalition movement. The presidential aide also added that the former Anambra State governor will eventually contest the next election on a different platform. He said Obi lost control of the political structure he built after the 2023 election, including his influence in the National Assembly. Also, a former member of the House of Representatives, Dachung Bakos, says himself and other politicians are jumping to other parties because the PDP has failed. Bagos said this on Tuesday on Channels Television after he announced his defection from the PDP to the APC. He said he moved to the APC because the agenda of the party goes with the cry of the people of Plateau State. He explained that governance is more about agendas and not parties. We go on a quick break. When we return, troops arrest 8 suspects linked to Borno Mosque bombing. Stay with us. effort to empower youth, enhance food security, and stimulate economic growth in Rivers State. Governor Siminalayi Fubara has approved a comprehensive youth agribusiness training program for indigenes of Rivers State. The program is designed to equip Rivers State youth who have passion and interest in agriculture with practical skills, modern agricultural knowledge, and entrepreneurial capacity across various agricultural value chains. In a statement, the Commissioner for Agriculture, Engineer Victor Key, described the initiative as a key component of the governor's vision to promote youth empowerment, job creation, and economic diversification, while repositioning agriculture as a viable, profitable, and attractive venture for young people in the state. The commissioner said participants in the program will benefit from hands-on practical training, mentorship, and exposure to modern agribusiness practices aimed at enabling them to become self-reliant, competitive, and productive contributors to the state's economy. The program will also promote innovation, value addition, and market-driven agricultural enterprises. The River State Ministry of Agriculture invites interested youth with genuine passion for agriculture and agribusiness to take advantage of this opportunity, which will start on the 19th till 29th January by 12 noon at the School to Land Authority, Rumodomaya Center of Excellence, Obiakwa Local Government Area. The statement asks interested persons to contact the River State Ministry of Agriculture or call 0814 263 1325 for further information. In other news, concerns over flash floods in parts of GRA Phase 3 persist despite the recent rehabilitation of Ever Road. Residents, including those along Amechi Drive, are calling for proper cleaning and dredging of drainages and canals. They told our correspondent in Adinwala that Ever Road, particularly Casablanca Junction, was resurfaced without addressing drainage issues, while Amechi Drive remains isolated, increasing the risk of flooding during the rainy season. Residents are urging the River State government to complete full maintenance of roads and drainage systems, including the canal along Amechi Drive.
The canal on Amechi Drive should be properly opened up so as to be able to accommodate more water, because most of the drainages within this area are channeled to that canal. Then areas that have a low topography, they should try to raise it up so as to match with every other part of the road, so some parts will not be slopey.
Since they don't do the road like this, at least they will do all. Not be to do one side, leave one side, so that when rain go fall, we will enjoy the road. May not come like say the water they one side, then there are people they enjoy, there are people they suffer. Those people where they are Amechi Drive side, those people they pass through a lot for them. Based on when water don't fall inside the canal, it they offload enter their house.
Meanwhile, business owners within the area say the little road maintenance has attracted more sales and increased profit.
The time we road no good. I know even get customer. I know so much na small money. Even they try to go and balance people when they buy something. But now my customers them they come. I say I like me do another road way no good. Like Casablanca Junction. You need to go the inside again. Water they disturb there well.
The business is increasing. For now, since there is dry season, we are enjoying it. But during rainy season, flood will full everywhere. Except maybe they open this gutter there. At the beg River State government, as then they try, may they try more help us.
To security issues now, the River State Police Command has arrested 2 suspects in connection with the disappearance and death of Samson Muonyili, who was reported missing in November 2025. Police spokesperson Grace Iringekoko says the arrest followed intelligence-led investigations by the anti-kidnapping unit after the victim's mother submitted a petition to the command. She explains that the investigation revealed that Muonyili went missing on November 11, 2025 after accompanying youth from Obobo community in Okrika to measure land at their former settlement. According to the police, the suspect, 26-year-old Igwe Alex, the chief security officer of Aleto Eleme community, and 24-year-old John Michael, also from Aleto Eleme, abducted 2 youths from Okrika during the incident. One of the victims reportedly escaped, while Muonyili was killed. The statement says the suspects later led police operatives to the area where the victim's body was buried and his remains were recovered from a shallow grave. The police add that the suspects are currently in police custody and are cooperating with investigators while efforts are ongoing to arrest other accomplices. Well, troops of Operation Hadinkai have arrested 8 suspects over alleged involvement in a recent suicide bombing inside Borunu Mosque. On December 24, 2025, a suicide bomber detonated an improvised explosive device inside a mosque at Gamboru Market in Maiduguri, Borno State. At least 5 worshippers were killed and 35 others injured from the explosion. In a statement, Media Information Officer of Operation Hadinkai, Sani Uba, said among those arrested are 2 principal suspects believed to be key facilitators within the suicide bombing network. And now we go straight to business. The federal government has assured Nigerians that the 2026 national budget is properly planned to support President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the reforms introduced by the Tinubu administration are already showing positive results. President Tinubu presented the 2026 budget to the National Assembly in December 2025. The budget size is 58.18 trillion naira. The government said the budget will focus on security, roads, and other infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Still in business, Dangote Petroleum Refinery has rejected a circulating report claiming the refinery is shutting down for maintenance, describing the story as false and misleading. In a statement, the refinery said production remains ongoing, stable, and uninterrupted. The statement said the refinery continues to operate at scale and retains the capacity to supply between 40 million and 50 million liters of petrol daily through January and February. It added that on January 4th, the refinery produced 50 million liters of petrol and evacuated 48 million liters. The refinery clarified that routine maintenance on specific units, including the crude distillation unit and residual fluid catalytic cracking, does not interrupt overall production owing to the sophisticated and integrated design of its processing units. In entertainment, Afrobeat star Tiwa Savage has publicly warned an ex-influencer identified as Dami Foreign to desist from involving her son Jamil Balogu in his online commentary following a series of posts she described as crossing the line. In sports, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman has downplayed his altercation with talismanic Victor Osimhen in Nigeria's win over Mozambique at the 2025 AFCON, saying the incident is just about football and was nothing personal. Premier League giant Chelsea have announced the appointment of Strasbourg boss Liam Roseneur as their new head coach to replace Enzo Maresca.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
Central African Republic President Faustin Archange Touadera has won a 3rd term after securing an outright majority in last month's presidential election. Provisional results show the 68-year-old mathematics professor was widely expected to win after the main opposition coalition boycotted the poll, citing concerns about electoral fairness. Touadera campaigned on his security record in the chronically unstable nation after rebels seized power in 2013, a crisis that led the government to enlist support from Russian mercenaries and Rwandan soldiers. He has faced heavy criticism after a 2023 constitution removed term limits, allowing him to keep running for office. Well, that's the news update. I beg your pardon, that's the major news this hour. To reach the news team, let's have a look at the major headlines. FCT Minister Wike went head-to-head with the APC National Secretary Basiru over Rivers politics. A former Rivers Commissioner, Wibu Basa, has raised alarm over slow police investigation after political attack. Troops have arrested 8 suspects linked to the December 4 Boronu Mosque bombing, and on the foreign scene, the Central African Republic president has won a 3rd term by landslide. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.